You've seen football played on a NASCAR track before. You've even seen NASCAR played on a football field before. Well, get ready for baseball to be played on a NASCAR track. That's right. It was announced today, formally, officially, whatever the proper terms is, that Bristol Motor Speedway would host a MLB game between the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. Yes, that is going to happen on August 2nd, 2025. I think it's going to be a 7 p.m. start. That's a Saturday. We've got some field renderings. We've got some details of this field, what it's going to be, what it's going to look like, and of course, as I already told you, the date of the game. It's going to be between, as I said, the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. Kind of a central, neutral field kind of thing. I think only 70-mile difference from the Atlanta Braves Stadium to Bristol Motor Speedway compared to the Cincinnati Reds Stadium and Bristol Motor Speedway. I did that on my phone earlier. I think it's about a 70-mile difference, so it's a neutral field in a sense. It's going to be one game rather than, the normal MLB 3 to 4 game series. It's being called the MLB Speedway Classic, and they did the announcement today. The MLB, they kind of took this sky cam or this drone or something to kind of show you the dimensions of the field a little bit. You can kind of see where they drew out the lines, what they're going to be. And the dimensions are going to be this. Down the baseline, so down the first and third baselines, it's going to be 330 feet to the wall. And then center field will be 400 feet. And then left center will be 384. Right center will be 375. No ticket prices quite yet, but if you go to Bristol Motor Speedway's website, they will have the options for the tickets. I guess if you want to what's it called when you pre-select a ticket or you put a deposit down, something like that, you can obviously do that. Now, for those of you baseball fans who may not know, Bristol Motor Speedway is one of the most iconic tracks in NASCAR. It's known as the Last Great Coliseum, the world's fastest half mile. It's a half mile, as the name implies. Racetrack with some high degree banking, 30 degrees of banking in the turns. It would have been really funny if they made the home run wall up the banking, so the players had to run up the banking to try to rob a home run. Anyways, that's a dumb idea. But yes, as I said, Bristol Motor Speedway, it's a half-mile track. It's in Bristol, Tennessee, which is on the Tennessee-Virginia border. It's an iconic, historic NASCAR track. It's difficult to get to because there's not much around it. I think the closest city it's to is Johnson City, Tennessee, which is northeast Tennessee. So it's on the Tennessee-Virginia border. It's hosted a football game between Virginia Tech and Tennessee back in 2016. So they have done non-NASCAR major events. The racetrack itself hosts about 100,000 people. I think it can hold maybe a little bit more, but around 100,000 people. Looking at these renderings, it looks like they're going to obviously use a good chunk of the actual grandstands from the racetrack, except for behind home plate to an extent, because you'll just have a bad view. Anyways, then the rest of it looks like they're going to add some temporary grandstands at home plate down at the infield, kind of on the racetrack on pit road. And then there's a little bit of a bridge, it looks like, going over from the grandstands to the infield seating. Looks like there's going to be some sort of, I don't know if that's the locker rooms out there. I think it is. Those giant tents, that's my guess. That's where the locker rooms are, where the teams are going to change and stuff and all that. You can see the bullpens in the outfield where this is. Looks like they're going to have a temporary scorer's box up there as well. You got a big screen if you didn't know that. But yeah, that's just some of the renderings there. And then obviously, it's going to have your typical baseball stuff. There's going to be a dugout, as I said, with the bullpens. So you've got some classic baseball stuff. But it is going to be something new for baseball. In fact, I think Bob Pockrass wrote that this is the first ever MLB game to be in the state of Tennessee. So that's pretty cool for the state of Tennessee. Good for them. But as for the teams themselves, I'm such a casual MLB fan. I only watch the Rangers for the most part. That's defending World Series champions. I don't care. It's called a championship hangover. That's why they're bad this year. Anyways, it says there's going to be live music throughout the weekend. So it seems like they're going to make a whole event out of it in a sense. You're going to have some live music, some concerts, and then you're going to have a baseball game, of course, on that Saturday night. No idea what's going to happen in terms of it, but Bristol Motor Speedway is making some major changes. They're going to take down part of the pit road wall. They're obviously going to have to adjust the infield a bit, put down a playing field, put down dirt, put down the bases, build up temporary grandstands, get that wall up there. I don't know how tall the wall will be. And then obviously they got to get up the tents for the dugout, or not the dugout, the locker rooms. And then they've got to get all the seating ready. They've got to get the banners ready. They got to get a lot of things ready. They got to get the foul poles up. So there's a lot to be done here at Bristol Motor Speedway before they are ready to officially make this game happen. But it is quite the idea. I am pro NASCAR hosting major sporting events that aren't racing. I thought that football game, I think that people had a tough time seeing it if they were at the game, but it provided some pretty cool pictures, I will say. I hope that it's a better view of the baseball game for those of you in the grandstands. And then I'm trying to think what else I could host at Bristol. A basketball game? That would be difficult. 10 basketball games at once, maybe. But for real, though, it should be an exciting game. It should be an exciting time. It'll provide some cool pictures at the very least. So we got that going for us. But Bristol Motor Speedway will be hosting an MLB matchup between the Reds and the Braves. Originally, it was reported that it could have been the Rangers, but we'll just take a baseball game at this point. But that'll be cool to see how NASCAR promotes it, to see how Bristol Motor Speedway promotes it, how MLB promotes it, and of course they've already named it the MLB Speedway Classic. So that's really cool that they're going to do that. Really cool that they're going to go to Tennessee for the first time. Really cool that they're going to go to the Bristol Motor Speedway, and that they're going to use that racetrack as a baseball field. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Give me a year too early prediction on the game score. I'll go Atlanta 7, Cincinnati 4. Yeah, that feels good. Come back next year, Cincinnati's going to win like 15-2. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Any other NASCAR news, I will let you know. As for baseball news, no, that's not me. As I said, I really just watched the Rangers. That's about it. But thanks for watching again. Hope you enjoyed it. Any other news, I'll let you know. We do have a race at Richmond this weekend.